Hey everybody! We are finishing up our social justice unit and we are going to talk about how to add text to your photograph. You can have your photograph be in color, it can be in black and white. You can use the emphasis technique of having some color pop out. Really what we want to see is that you've put some thought and effort into communicating an idea through your photograph, and we want to focus on the goodness of people in our school, in our community, and in our society. This is a picture of Eli took. I wanted to capture the goodness and the kindness of little kids. You know, the simple acts that make your day. So this is the photograph that I have chosen. If I wanted to add text to this picture, the first thing you're going to do, this is the text box. It's over on the left hand side. If you right click, you can see you can type horizontal, vertical. There are some other mask tools as well. For this picture, because I have open space here, I might put a quote maybe down at the bottom or over here, but you really want to think about your composition and how the letters are going to be arranged in a effective way to help your composition and not hinder it. So we'll choose horizontal. When you choose the text box, you can see that there are different scripts, or sometimes we call them fonts. If you have a serious saying or something that you're trying to communicate that's maybe sad or serious or straightforward, you might want to choose a more straightforward font. Mine is a little bit more fun, so maybe I want to have a more fun font. You can change sometimes, depending on the font, you can change if it's bold or italic. I like to type mine large and then change the size as needed. Up here you can change the color of your font as well. I'm actually going to make my letters the same color as my flowers. So instead of picking a color on the strip, I'm going to use the little eyedropper and choose that, I think the dark yellow, maybe medium yellow. There we go. This is going to be the new color. To type, you will click anywhere that you would be. You can see it's pretty small. Over on the right hand side, it created a new layer, so I can take off the text or add the text. To make it larger, I'm going to make sure that my text layer is highlighted in blue. I'm on the text tool right over here, and I'm going to take my mouse right behind. You can see the mouse has a box around it. As soon as I get really close, the box moves away. I'll hold my mouse down and select, and then I'm going to increase the size. Man, that's small. There we go. There's a little bit bigger. So maybe my font is not the best. I can use the move tool to move the text around. Maybe I want to split this. Let's see. Something like that. Yeah, I don't like that font. So I'm going to select maybe change it. How about try to remember? Trying to remember. I made up that quote. If you do use a quote from somebody else, make sure to put parentheses around it and to give them credit for their quote. Try to remember the goodness of a child and live your life to that degree. If I double click the layer over here, I can give it some drop shadows. So you can see in this box, I could do an inner shadow on my letters. Sometimes I can do an outer shadow. This is a drop shadow. I kind of like that, and you can change the opacity. You can change the drop shadow style, but that's kind of a nice look to it. Once you're done, make sure you like your composition, you like the imagery, that your letters are easy to read, and you're going to save this photograph in your J Drive folder. And then you're going to save it into the specific J Drive folder for printing them off and work on your artist statement.